Dear sewing friends, so if you ever feel like planning your sewing for the rest of the year is a complete waste of time, because when the end of the year rolls around, you really don't get your sewing goals or your sewing plans done anyway, then please watch this video. I would really love to help you out with that, so that by the end of 2020, you feel good and you feel accomplished about yourself. In order to make a difference, we're going to use a tool that changed my perspective on planning my sewing projects and my creative projects, and it helped me out tremendously, and we're gonna do it together. So let's get going. As it is the very beginning of the year, the sewing community is literally buzzing with people setting their sewing goals and their sewing makes for the rest of the year. And literally just the other day, I was scrolling through and I saw something that really resonated with me, and that's why this video is live and that's why you're watching it. And when I read the post, I felt that if I know how to help people, I should definitely do that. So the post was something along those lines like, hey, here are my sewing makes and my sewing plans for the rest of the year. I'm pretty sure I'm not gonna achieve them or reach them, but here they are. And I saw myself in this writing a few years back. And I remember how it made me feel when I would have a picture in my mind of patterns and projects that I want to make, and the year would go by and I would not achieve them, and it would make me feel, the best word to describe it probably would be crappy. And I am not a 150% goal-oriented person, not that bad, but when you sew, as you guys know, it is such an involved craft. You're not only sewing something just to sew, you're sewing something to make yourself feel proud of what you're wearing, to make yourself feel that you are delivering a message to the rest of the world, whether it is environmentally conscious, making a statement, projecting your voice to the rest of the people, showing them that this is who you are. And sewing is fantastic. So when you are not accomplishing your sewing goals, a lot of times I feel that I'm not accomplishing my personal goals altogether. So let me share with you this one thing that a lot of the sewing initiatives are missing. And don't get me wrong, sewing initiatives that bring you together with the sewing community are fantastic. A few come to mind, like Make 9, Sew My Style, Resolutions. They are fantastic and wonderful ideas, and I admire people who started them. I really truly do. So don't get me wrong, those are wonderful ideas. But I also feel there is one tiny little step that we are not taking that could actually change the whole scene of us setting the goals and actually reaching them by the end of the year. So let me tell you how my full-time work actually made me think of that and changed my perspective forever. So I was just about to hit publish on this video, but I actually went back and I wanted to add this little snippet because I really wanted for this part to not to get lost in translation. And I wanted to say, guys, you are enough. And if setting sewing goals or any other goals is just simply not your cup of tea, that's totally fine. That's totally awesome. Every one of us is completely different, and that's the reason this world is so unique and so beautiful. I just did not want you to feel like setting sewing goals is a complete must or something that everybody needs to do. No, I just simply want to share an experience that helped me with my creative process, and I hope that it will help somebody else who might think the same way that I do. And if you don't think the same way that I do, that's amazing. Then you have completely different mindset, completely different perspective on these things, and that's awesome. That's truly awesome. So I just really wanted to tell you that, hey, you are enough. Whether you set sewing goals, whether you don't set sewing goals, you are amazing the way you are. As long as you're having fun, that's all that matters. All right, let's get back to it. So one of the things that I do a lot at work is I write a lot of systems. What are the systems are about, you will ask? Well, pretty much anything that a business might need, from how to resolve guest issues to how to increase sales. But whatever the system is about, there's one thing that I always start with, and that is the outcome. I need to know what the system will achieve. And once I have that vision in mind, it becomes very clear of how the system needs to pan out, how does it need to be delivered to our team members, what is the language that I use, and what are the tools that I need to use to make that happen. And that's what we're going to do right now. The first thing that you need to think about your sewing plans is not what kind of patterns you're going to use, what kind of fabric you're going to use, what is that you're going to be sewing. That is all a tool. What you have to think first is, what is the outcome of your sewing plans? So I know that it sounds really odd and really weird, but you have to think about the final result first. And don't forget to attach an emotional component of why you are making these sewing plans. Is it because you want to feel more confident or more beautiful? Maybe you want to learn more sewing skills. Maybe you want to become a bigger part of a sewing community. Maybe you want to connect with your kids because sewing is something that you share and you have in common. Whatever that is, once you attach an emotional component to your goals, whether they're sewing goals or some other goals, and if that emotional component is really strong, it's going to become a little bit easier for you to come through on your plans, because now you know why you want those sewing plans or any other plans to come through. When you're just thinking about, well, I want to sew that blouse, or well, I want to make those pants. Okay, I want to make that blouse and I want to make those pants. But once you attach, I want to make those jeans because nothing else ever fits me and I feel not 100% when I'm wearing store-bought jeans. So this year I want to make jeans that fit my figure, that fit me like a glove, and that I feel beautiful and confident in. So for me, I want to sew a versatile and stylish capsule wardrobe that would have quite a few active pieces that would look also very elegant, because I have a 1-year-old and I want to be active with her, but I still want to feel stylish. And you don't have to put all 3 in there. If you have only one reason and one outcome for your sewing makes and sewing plans for the rest of the year, just put 1. If you have multiple, put multiple. I just made a space for 3 just in case if you have multiple reasons why you want your sewing goals to come true this year. Here's another reason why a lot of our goal setting plans fail, is because we're really not that honest with ourselves when it comes to our skill level. So when you answer this question, what is your sewing skill level, please be honest with yourself. And if it is a beginner, then kind of think about it. I'm not saying that you only have to stick to beginner friendly projects, but on the other hand, if the first project of the year that you're planning is a Chanel style jacket with set-in sleeves, a lot of hand beading, lining, curve, sewing, whatever else that might be, think about it. Is that really the best project for you to start the year with? Or maybe that should be the last project of the year when you feel confident and when you feel good about your sewing skills. So that could be your final project to finish for the year. So be honest when you answer this question, because that is going to determine what you're going to be sewing in your sewing plans for the rest of the year. Here's the place where I used to trip quite a bit in the past times when I would plan my sewing makes for the rest of the year, is instead of thinking of what I actually wear, I think of all the things that I want to sew. And hey guys, I'm a woman. I'm attracted to beautiful prints, floor length gowns, maxi dresses, beautiful blouses, beautiful this and that. I scroll through Instagram and I bookmark those pictures from everybody else because, wow, I want to make all of these beautiful things. But the real question is, are you going to wear them? And if the answer is a no, and you still proceed to make these things, guess what? A lot of times you can be very upset that you spent your time, your money, your effort, and you made something that literally is collecting dust on the shelf. What are 3 most worn pieces in your wardrobe? And you would be surprised. A lot of times is your very much loved t-shirt or a cardigan that you can't live without, or maybe a sweater that you made or purchased years ago. Well, those are the pieces that are going to tell you what are you naturally drawn to, and will give you a hint of what you should make in the future. Last year I did a little mini series about how to build your own capsule wardrobe, and in one of the videos I was reviewing capsule wardrobe planners and just sewing planners all together, and they're all fantastic. But there's one thing that really frustrated me about those, is that instead of looking to the past to see what has really worked for you, we are just looking forward and we're not learning from what you already have there in your closet. So instead of thinking about some imaginary color palette that you want to sew this coming year, think about what you already have in your closet. Go and open your closet and think about what are the 3 colors that you feel so good in, that you feel so comfortable in, that you feel so attractive in. And I'm pretty sure that you have those colors in your wardrobe. If you need to try some things on, try some things on. Like I have a few favorite cardigans that I really enjoy. I know that navy blue is my color. Majority of the pieces are navy blue or gray or white. I love green, but guess what? Green doesn't always look good on a very pale skin tone. So there is a big difference between what you like, what actually works, and what you want to make and what you already have. So looking to the future is great, but don't forget that past practices will actually tell you a lot of successes that you might repeat in your sewing mix this year. So if you're standing right there by your closet, stay there, because the next question is, what is the one thing that you lack in your wardrobe? Super easy. You should be able to kind of think of, oh yeah, I don't have that cardigan, or oh yeah, I need a really nice plain simple t-shirt because that goes with everything. Now the next question after that is, what is that one staple item in your wardrobe? But again, stay right there, and you should be also able to determine, aha, this blouse is the one that I'm always reaching for because it goes great with a sweater, it goes great with a shift dress, it goes great with jeans, and that will also tell you, aha, this is my staple thing that I always reach for. Well, maybe I should make more of that because I feel great and I feel confident wearing something that is of that silhouette. I love Instagram, I really do. But listen, when I'm planning my sewing, it is so easy to be tempted by all the beautiful pictures. So right now will be the time to kind of get it all out of your system. So in this little circle, if you want to print pictures, you can. If you just want to write it down, go for it. But this is where I kind of gather all of my Instagram inspiration, beautiful things that I like to look at, but I know that they're absolutely impossible in my life. You know, I like seeing high heels and beautiful dresses and intricate silhouettes and stuff like that, but I know that in my current life that is absolutely a big no-no. There's just absolutely no way that I'm going to be wearing something like that. Now the next thing that you gotta do is you have to find yourself a style buddy. This is very exciting. I've also learned that when you have a template in whatever you do in life, when you have a template or when you have something similar that you kind of can use as a guideline, it's a lot easier that way to achieve and to know where you're going rather than starting completely from scratch with a complete blank page in front of you. So my style buddy is Claire from The Modern Family, right? Super easy. I can envision, I see her style. It's a little bit different from mine, but she's my style buddy. I can see myself in her situations, and I can see myself wearing quite a few things that she is wearing as well. And her lifestyle is somewhat similar to mine, right? Like I for sure like what Gloria is wearing, but hey, just like we discussed, ain't happening, right? So you just have to find yourself a style buddy. It doesn't have to be anybody from on-screen or on-stage personality. It can be somebody in your real life, or so maybe you want to draw out your style buddy, but having something to reference for is a lot easier than just starting from a blank page. The last thing is your shopping cart pictures, real life pictures of what you're actually going to be wearing. And when I say shopping cart, I actually mean that. You can do it either online or you can actually go to the store, and guess what? I've done that before when I want to make something new for myself, maybe a style that I haven't tried before, but I'm just not sure how it's going to look on me. I go to the store and I try it on before I proceed to cutting and sewing and then putting on it on myself and realizing that, hey, it's just not gonna work out. And now I've spent 2, 3, 4, 5 days and however many dollars on the fabric, on the sewing notions and whatever else. So the shopping cart circle is what really speaks to you. Real life pictures of real life clothing that you are going to wear. And guess what? When you know that there is something that you're actually going to wear and get a lot of use out of, you will be more inclined to actually make that thing happen. And that way, by the end of the year, all your sewing goals are gonna come true and you will feel super accomplished. Now, this worksheet, if you would like to download it, you can download it on my website. I will leave the link in the info box below. I really, truly hope that it will help you just as much as it helped me. And hey guys, if you got value out of this video and you would like to contribute to the success of this channel, you can always buy me a coffee on my Ko-Fi page. I will leave that in the info box below as well. No pressure. If you would like to do it, absolutely, it will make my day. And thank you so much. Until next time, happy sewing, happy planning, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!